Patience, it is said, is a virtue. Yet, in times of emergency, the government needs to be able to make snap decisions and take bold, decisive actions to protect the Nigerian people. We are already there at the crossroads. President Bola Tinubu has ordered the immediate release of more than 102,000 metric tons of assorted food items from strategic reserves. This is a short-term response to the rising food crisis in the country. Well, habitual hoarders have been warned of dire consequences if caught. Meanwhile, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajudeen Abbas, while pleading with Nigerians for patience, has promised that government would soon bring succor from its various policies. Time, Mr. Speaker, is running out, but first, let's share the story by the National Assembly correspondent, Joke Adisa. Joke, here we go.
Insecurity and rising cost of goods, especially food, are two major problems that confront Nigerians today. Kidnapping and banditry have made lives horrible for many, just as the economy bites hard. In the past days, Nigerians across states have been demonstrating their dislike over the state of the nation. Since its inauguration in June 2023, the 10th House has left no one in doubt of its readiness to partner with the government for democratic dividends. This World News Conference by the Speaker is to add his voice to the need to calm frayed nerves. He assures Nigerians of an imminent end to insecurity.
While recognizing and commending the patriotic and courageous efforts of our security agencies, we must have the courage to effect changes where necessary. These are among the issues that the forthcoming Legislative Security Summit will address.
The House is also committed to reversing economic downturn and return Nigeria to a path of sustainable growth.
The 2023 supplementary budget provided a 200 billion naira palliative package, mainly for grains, seeds, agricultural inputs, and equipment for farmers.
The National Assembly is also looking to strengthen the defamation law. This is against the backdrop of allegations of graft against former Speaker and Chief of Staff to President Bola Tinubu, Femi Gbajabiamila. It challenges security agencies to investigate the allegations and hit hard on the perpetrators if found to be untrue.
The recent unjustified and baseless allegations against the Chief of Staff to the President, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, point to the danger of an unfettered and unaccountable social media. Such acts not only undermine the integrity of our democracy, but also erode the fabric of our national unity.
The Speaker's intervention is expected to put a stop to the series of protests from citizens across states. He appeals for understanding, patience, and support for the Tinubu administration as its programs and policies begin to produce desired fruits. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
Yeah, Tony, Mr. Speaker has asked for patience and understanding. And after that?
Nigerians are patient now. Nigerians are patient. Nigerians don't really look for trouble, just be given that. Those basic things. Nigerians don't ask for much. For instance, a governor comes and says, just pick one or two and focus on it. We don't demand much from government. Food is very important. And I commend the president for yesterday for ordering that 120 metric tons of foodstuff be released to Nigerians. My problem is the distribution. Yeah, because we had issues during the COVID times, the palliative and all that. The distribution is what I'm after. How are they going to do that? I expect that maybe between now and tomorrow, we should be able to have, there must be a committee responsible for this.
Yeah.
And there must be a breakdown. This is how we're going to do it, down to the local government, down to my village. Because it's not about, federal, not about state capital and all that. Those people are those fringes of the federation need to feel the impact of government. So how are they going to distribute it? I'm saying so because we've had this experience in the past and it's not palatable. It's not palatable. Let's know. That's what we want to hear now. Commendable, good from the federal government. So how are we going to distribute it? Who and who is going to be responsible? Communication channel must be open and daily briefing. People must know because they say experience is the best teacher. We cannot afford to go on that route again.
All right. Asuko, yes, Nigerians are a patient people, understanding, but hunger, they say hunger, they hear prayer.
So,
This is true. It's true. Hunger, no, they hear prayer.
No.
yeah, correct.
You go outside, you understand that when somebody doesn't see food to eat, anything that comes his way, he can, he's going to destroy, And I thank God that at least for now, the president is making real effort in trying to. I think the president has been making efforts. The federal government, if you look at it, since December, there was a time the federal government sent palliatives to lawmakers. Some showed us in warehouse of, this is from the president to.
It's a distribution of masses, yeah.
What of some other lawmakers? Did they distribute this same rice, this palliative to people? Now we have another one now. Yeah, the federal government met with rice millers. Those ones that said, okay, we are going to open our store. We are giving 60,000 metric tons of rice. If they are going to sell it into the market, will people from their conscience, if they are going to give it out to people and say, let's be selling? Because rice is 65,000 naira. If federal government wants to send rice out now and say, okay, fine, this is federal government rice as emergency food, and take it to the market in maybe, what do they call it, this market, maybe Songo market, any market at all, and say,
nationwide though.
Yes, nationwide, and say, please, be selling this rice at 30,000 naira. Will the people who they are giving this rice, will they in their right conscience sell it at 30,000 naira? Let's be frank with ourselves. So it starts with even from us.
I mean, I agree with you, Asokwa, because it is not government that promotes hoarding.
Exactly. It is the individual, the people that are down.
Yeah.
Because if federal government will say, okay, they are going to make everything, okay, they are going to move this rice now and take it to the market and say, Mr. A, Mr. B, we know that you sell rice. Please be selling this FG emergency rice at 30,000. Will people sell it at 30,000 and not say, oh, no, it's dollar, because of dollar, that emergency rice I'm going to sell it at 60,000. Let's start from ourselves. Exactly.
It's truly.
But Tony, let's reconcile what he has just said to what human rightist Femi Falana, he got a pronouncement from court the other day.
Within 7 days.
Within 7 days. The court has asked federal government to fixed prices. And my mind goes to the Gowon government 1970. You had the price control decree. In 1977, we also had the price control edict or whatever.
It will be tough to do that. It will be tough to fix prices because already I bought it. I have this cup and I want to sell. I bought it for 1,000. How do I fix it? If you tell me to bring the price down, who's going to pay for the difference? So I think if we want to really regulate prices, we have to start afresh. There must be boards. There must be a regulatory system on ground. Government needs to sit and look at this issue critically.
As they say,
it's not something
soccer,
you're going.
As they say in soccer, you kick and follow. So, government is ordering that 102,000 metric tons of foodstuff
be released.
You kick and follow.
That's government. That's government. That's government foodstuff or whatever.
Yes.
That one you can control it from the nation's reserve. That one you can control it. But just as we said earlier, when you release it, you don't know what happens. In this country, growing up, seeing those days going to through secondary school, you see some exercise books given by federal government or states, and in that exercise they write "not for sale." You see some pens, they will still write "not for sale," but they will sell them. Some textbooks say "not for sale," they will sell them. So that I think we are beginning to be wicked even within ourselves.
Yes, exactly.
Apart from government trying to make this effort, because truly, when the federal government releases, it goes through the states to the local government, and we have government officials doing this. So who is going to monitor them?
Yeah, yeah.
So monitoring matters a lot.
Yeah.
And they must have 24 hours, like, up-to-date reports as it's happening. Let's know who with data.
Yeah.
How many people receive this today? How many people are going to receive tomorrow? So these things need to be followed. It's not about, otherwise we just, another...
Assorted, as Joker said in her report, there's a second leg to this story. The Speaker of the House, Tajudeen Abbas, has promised that government moves will be the balm that would cool nerves.
Yes, I see. Citizen, so far, I've been looking at the reforms being made by this government. To me, I feel they are good reforms. But maybe the way it came, people will see it as bad. It's just for us to be a little bit patient. There's no reform that you make anywhere, even in your house, that you make that there won't be pains.
Yeah.
It's just how we are able to have a buffer that will be able to sustain that pain. That is what we are going through now. Because that is it. There are reforms, there are good reforms. If you look at all the things that have been happening, before we've been having everything free of charge. Fuel before, there was a massive subsidy. People, our brothers, I want to use our brothers, people like you and I, who are big men, who are my brothers and sisters, they are making money from the subsidy.
Yeah.
Sometimes they will just carry ship inside the IC, come back and say they have brought petrol. But everything is empty, they will still collect money. Calling it subsidy. It is our brothers. It is just somebody like you and I. So if we are now saying, okay, fine, we want to be seeing everything that comes to this country, whether we are importing, is it true that you are importing? How much are you importing? And we are trying to make this thing to the letter. There will be reforms. There are some people who will say, it can't be possible. This is what I've been doing for 20 years.
That's where that's where government
so
coming.
That is where the government is trying to stop this thing from happening.
Yes.
And that is the reforms. And people, do you think people will sit down? You are trying to remove food from somebody's table, and the person will sit down? No. It's corruption that is trying to fight back again.
Yeah. To think that what he's saying is happening in a country of about 200 people, 200 million people who are religious.
No, when you put
take
that one out. No, take that one out because it has not helped us. It has not helped.
I
beg, no go there, please, because it has not helped in any way. I don't even want to go there at all because it's very sensitive. The truth is that
but is this us?
It's us. It's us. I wanted to buy something the other day, just a small thing for my car, and then it cost like 1,000, and I asked the guy, "Give me this." I bought it last week, and said it's 2,500. And I said, "How? I bought this thing last week, and it's your brother that told me." Okay, I'm sorry. It's 1,000. I should bring it. And I said, You see, at the end of the day, people like you will criticize. We as a people, we have our own contribution to make here. It goes beyond sitting and cursing government most times. What are we contributing? How are we doing it? As I said before, you give people, you say, okay, please, this is 100 bags, this is 100 bags of rice. Go and distribute it. And by the time you're leaving this office, 50 is gone. And they are waiting for 100 outside, and they are seeing 50.
Yeah.
So what happened to that 50? Something happened. So we need to work on ourselves.
Yeah.
Seriously, we need to work on ourselves. We as a people contribute to this. We contribute to this heavily.
Asukwa, let's go to the National Assembly. The Assembly has promised robust measures to counter what's happening. Do you trust it to deliver?
The only thing they need to do is just to give us good laws. Because anytime they say lawmakers, even lawmakers, do you know, even most people don't even trust their lawmakers. They don't trust. We know that, okay, they are there. It would have started from them because they are the ones, look at the jumbo salary that they are collecting. If lawmakers today,
Don't go to court.
no, I'm not going to. If today lawmakers come and say, oh, because of how the situation is, our 100 and something billion, 120 billion budget, we have cut it down to 50 billion. Do you think Nigerians will not take them serious? Say, okay, federal government, the difference of that 120 billion or whatever billion it was, please use it to get
effect,
to cushion the effects in Nigeria. Do you think that Nigerians will not be happy with
that? They don't want to build it.
You understand what I'm saying? So it should start from them. Let it start from them.
So, Tony, so there's a mutual suspicion.
Okay, let me shock you. Let me shock you. When Nigerians were saying, oh, things are difficult, blah, 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 didn't we hear them saying that they want a Jeep?
Yes, SUV, that's the problem.
Didn't you say? So
yes, no.
when you hear that and somebody is now telling me that, okay, fine, things will be better, but you are driving Jeep.
Sorry, let me answer that same question, please. When it comes to regarding the National Assembly. Today I watched the federal government, there's a CBN governor, Minister of Finance, Coordinating Minister of Economy, visit to the National Assembly, to the Senate specifically. And then the senators were supposed to have been seated by 8 or 9, I think so.
Yeah.
The federal government representatives were all seated at the time given to them. But the senators were trickling, they were just walking in. And when they were even seated, they were moving around. I pointed out one particular senator, Senator Olamilekon from Ogun State. He was everywhere. I mean, we're talking about the CBN governor was even making a presentation at that point. And I was looking like, no wonder. They don't take this. This is a serious. I was paying rapt attention because I want to know, I want to actually hear the CBN governor and the Minister of Finance. They were making presentation, and the Senate were making this presentation. We're not even paying attention.
All right.
That's where we are today.
Tony and Asokwa, the producer is saying, look, it's time to go. But
things will be better.
I pray. I know the president administration will do something different. Citizens, I think the present administration will do something different. I have that feeling. I don't know where it's coming from. But then I want to appeal to the president to look at the issue of closing the border again. Maybe at this critical point, they need to open the border. Because what's the essence, the purpose of it has been defeated.
Yeah.
During last administration, we didn't achieve it.
We need money.
And secondly,
serious money.
The price of rice needs to come down. Citizens, please, the price of rice needs to come down. We said, okay, let's encourage local produce.
Tony, you are not an Aluta man. You are not. I beg, make we go.
Okay, all right.
There are two primary choices in life. One is to accept the condition as they are, or take responsibility for changing them. So that will just about do it on the program for this Friday. If you missed any part of this broadcast, join us later at 11 for a repeat. But on Sunday, we have a 2-hour stint for you from 1:30. Quickly, we are playing on Sunday.
Yes, we are playing on Sunday.
We are winning?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
The cup is ours now.
Okay.
Citizens.
Absolutely.
But if we know we go.
No,
we are winning.
All right. On that note, I'm out of here. I'm Citizen Jones. Jones Hussein. Let me thank Asokwa James for coming.
Thank you for having
me. And Tony Nwaji.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
And on behalf of the Backroom Boys, it's take care of yourself. Bye-bye now.